All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. It's the freaking weekend, baby! Ha ha! Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Shout out to Kella C1. Thank you for being here. Nicole Bazaar, good morning. Hope all is well. Tamara Brown Ford, thank you for being here. Anthony Bera and Alicia Thornhill Augustus, thank you for being here. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to the entrepreneurs, the stay-at-home moms and pops, the retirees. Shout out to my drivers, the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, the delivery drivers, the long-distance truck drivers. Shout out to my brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Go check out the brother's channel. Hit him up. He's over there doing some great and positive things, right? Making us look good on the abroad stage and all these things. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person out there who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Here we are, and it's Friday. It's the freaking weekend, baby. And I know that those of you who work Monday to Friday, I know what it feels like when Monday comes around and you're like, oh, gotta get through this week, especially those in jobs that they don't really like per se. But you're up, you're doing what you're supposed to do, earning honest living. You're not robbing and stealing and all that other stuff which we don't support. So you're out here working hard for your daily bread. I have to respect that. Big up everybody that's here this morning. Lorraine Williams, thank you for being here. Saudi B, thank you for being here. Bossy Bobs, thank you for being here. And Lorraine Davis, thank you for being here. Garrett Thorne, thank you for being here. We got a couple of things on the board this morning. Let's start out with, let me see. So on the board this morning, we have the woman that is still has not been located. We're going to talk about that just a little bit. I think we spoke about it enough yesterday. The politician that was seen on video beating that female about her head and face and body, and he turned himself in after 3 days with his attorney, and he was allowed to walk free. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about the 83,000. We're going to talk about the vaccination blitz in Jamaica is what it's called, a vaccination blitz. You know, I've seen a lot of Jamaicans that were like, oh, where Andrew go with that? Me no want that. Nobody here want that. Send that vaccination back to foreign and all these other things. If you follow social media per se, all the people with their little Twitter fingers, as it's called, you would really think that Jamaicans are totally against this vaccination and nobody is going to be getting it there. If you follow mass media, you would really think that the whole Jamaica is just unruly and needs to be locked in because they're not adhering to the protocols that will help to curb this COVID thing that we're going through. And we're going to talk about this funny, I won't say funny ask, but this funny question that someone asked, am I still bleaching my skin? Let's start off with the more frivolous one first and get it out the way so we can talk about more serious things. See? All right, so somebody, shout out to all my subscribers. I understand that there are many different types of people out there with different mindsets. So I don't feel offended when you ask things or when you say things. As long as you don't send me up on my mother, my good, clean mother, my queen, or anything like that, then we're good. We're good. Your comments are welcome. Your suggestions are welcome. I read through all of them or as many as I can. Somebody asked me yesterday, said, SouFLo, I've been watching your other videos, your earlier videos to now. Are you still bleaching your skin or did you stop bleaching? Okay. I've been going through this ever since I started YouTube. For some reason, there are some people who think that when they watch some videos and I look lighter in those videos, and then they watch another video and I look darker in those videos, that I have been bleaching my skin. Let me make this clear one more time. I don't like bleaching. I am not into bleaching. I have never bleached my skin, and that's just not something that I'm into. At the same time, whoever wants to bleach their skin, go right ahead and bleach it till it drop off of you. I just don't feel like I want to plaster some chemical all over the biggest protector on the outside of my body to strip it away when it was given to me as a blessing, right, for protection. So I'm not into bleaching. What it is this. I am one I am one of those people who get really, really light in the wintertime, and I get really, really dark in the summertime. That's just how my thing go. I saw me set up. I don't know, that's how I was born, that's how I was made. So you will watch some videos, and depending on the lighting that I'm using in some videos, I might look totally different in skin complexion. So you might watch a video on Monday that I filmed somewhere, and then you watch the next video on Tuesday and you're like, him look different. Why is he so dark? And then the next one is, why is he so light again? The boy, I bleach him skin. I get these comments all the time. Hey boy, stop bleach your skin. Big man like you are rubber and bleach and all these things. I have never, ever bleached my skin. I think I did a parody video some time back. I don't know if those of you who are on the channel have been here for a while remember. I did a video and I mixed up a whole bunch of stuff in a bowl, and the title of the video was how to get your skin 6 to 7 shades darker in just 24 hours. I did that video as a social experiment because I wanted to see how many people would actually take interest in this. Me personally, if I was scrolling on YouTube and I saw a topic pop up that says how to get your skin lighter, 7 shades lighter in 24 hours, I wouldn't even stop at that video. It's not in my interest. I would scroll on. You understand? So I did it just to see. And lo and behold, thousands and thousands and thousands of Jamaicans tuned in to that video, and Caribbean people, black people tuned into that video. Do it, SouFLo, do it. May I watch to the end because I want to see. I'm going to try the routine here. And I'm like, damn. So that many people out there really, really are concerned about their complexion, like they want to be lighter. I'm one of the people that I want to be darker. Okay? I feel healthier when I'm darker. And it's nothing against light or dark. I feel healthier when I am sun-drenched. And me getting sun-drenched comes with me getting darker because I lay out in the sun. My wife will tell you that I will lay out in the sun until what we call crispy. See, me burn up. I look completely different, right? And I do it to soak up melanin. I don't go overboard because I understand that skin cancer is still real and all that, but I take in a good, healthy dose of sun in the warmer months of the year. Some don't have no problem with who I bleach them skin. Me now bleach mine. See, it's lighting, it's all these things. They watch my parody video. Shout out to some of the Jamaican that was bunning me out. Somebody said, may I unsubscribe right now. I am disappointed in you. I am ashamed. And if they had only watched to the end of the video, you would see that it was a big joke because at the end of the video, it says no melanin was harmed in the making of this video. And I also said at the end of the video, I don't condone skin bleaching. It was some mix-up thing. And I made it look so silly. I forgot what we had in the bowl. Damn, I wish my wife was on here. We mix up cornmeal, mix up with a bunch of other stuff just to see if people will follow it. I kid you not. People write down the recipe and they were at home getting ready to do this thing or were trying it. And I'm sure that even though I said it was a joke, some people still went and tried that same mix-up that I had in the bowl right there. I'm not bleach people. I don't bleach. I love my skin. I love my skin in all shades. I love my skin all year round. You understand? If you look, for instance, if you look at, say, this side of my body, which doesn't get much sunshine because it's under my arm, right? If you look at this side, in between the tattoos, you will see how light that is. If you look here, you will see the difference between my face, which is in the sun, because I'm outside in a t-shirt, and that part of me right here, which is much lighter, right? So I don't bleach. I'm not into the bleaching. I'm multicolored. Look, see, I'm multicolored. So, and most people who bleach, they bleach their face. So I wouldn't be bleaching my body and keeping my face dark. I'm just that kind of person. All right. So now that we get the bleaching thing out the way and explanation out the way, no bleaching from 100 with you straight up. We not into the bleaching thing. Big up to who do it. Not well, not really big up, but yeah, big up, cause your body. Do your thing. Go ahead and do your thing. Mash up yourself. Mash up yourself all you want to. It's self-destructive for me. That's just my take on what bleaching is. Them say man love browning. I love woman. I so happen to have a browning. Well, I don't know if I have her, but she's my, you know what I say. Cause you don't own no woman about here, so you can't walk around and talk about me have. Like she's an object. But as you can see, my wife is a bit lighter. Well, probably significantly lighter. But hey, me love woman. So women are beautiful to me in all shades. You know what I'm saying? Darker, lighter, all this other stuff. I don't know which man love browning. I think if you're a black man and you specifically go for her, then if she has to be way lighter or she has to carry European features per se. Because you know some black people with them have like some European features to them. Or what looks more to the Eurocentric side. Y'all know how the thing go already. You remember with history and you know who didn't mix and mingle got drag away and rape into it, and you know a bunch of people came out looking a bunch of different ways. We say out of many one people, and that's why we have some of everybody on the island of Jamaica. You have a large population of Germans that actually live in Jamaica. You have white people, right, from those same people, and you have so you have European or what we call Eurocentric looking white people, you know, the blonde hair, blue eye, we have with Chinese people, and then we have those who are mixed with Asian, and we have what them call Indian, or we have some of everybody. So we just mix up like that. See? But that's where it's at. After that bleaching something there, don't bleach your skin. I mean, that would be my advice to you. It's not healthy for you. And there are going to be consequences in the long run. You weaken your skin, by the way. You make your skin easier to tear. You make your skin susceptible to elements from the outside that you're supposed to be protected by. Imagine being blessed, being born blessed to have protection on you, on your outside, that is more protection than, say, others have. That in itself is just a blessing. See, so why bleach it away? Why get rid of it? But, you know, we live in an upside down world. But you said the world upside down, the world turned upside down for real. Wrong is now right, good is now bad, bad is now good, or the in thing, and yeah, that kind of stuff. So we've been opposite now. Me not in all of that. Claudette Sterling says, shame on some of us. Imagine white people trying to be black and we trying to get brown. I'm so proud of my blackness. It's not even funny. I'm proud to be black beauty. I don't know. Let me show you a comment. I don't know why your comment is hidden. See, okay, so another thing. Somebody said yesterday, SouFLo, stop erase my comment. You should be able to handle the truth, blah, blah, blah. You come on here and erase people comment. I don't erase comments. If your comment is profanity laced, if you're harassing someone that tunes in all the time, or if you're creating a hostile environment, you know what I say, so you man, hope on your granny and them kind of something that if I see them, I erase them for sure. But if you're constructive on the platform and not erase your comment, YouTube has a button that we as creators press that allows YouTube to filter your comments. And they look for keywords. So you type in a couple of keywords. If you drop the F-bomb in your comment, you might see your comment disappear. And then you blame me, SouFLo, I erase my comment, the boy not like me. Remember, say I don't know you. Me and you never meet before. We never had a drink before. We never sit down and had a conversation. I don't know you, so why would I hate you? The comments are what they go off of. And if your comment is foul or deemed to be foul, even if you're saying, just a warning for some of you, even if you're saying something good, because sometimes we're saying something good, but we put a expletive in there just to be more, emphasizing. They will erase your comment, your good comments. So try to leave out the expletives and the disrespect and these kind of things. That's it. It's not me. YouTube does it. Just right now, that comment that she made, it was hidden. But I can see it, but you couldn't see it. So I had to press show. We have two buttons, show or hide. So I press show, and her comment is now public. I don't know why this person is, maybe, this message was held for review. Rebel Queen says, hi everyone, and it says this message is held for review. See that? That's not me. So I'll hit show right there, and then her message will show up. All right? Where's the self-hit? From Turks and Caicos Island. Big up, brother. All right, Lloyd Lynch, thank you for being here this morning. Before I get started, did anybody hear about a mass shooting in the Bahamas yesterday? I was linked up yesterday, SouFLo, mass shooting in the Bahamas. Go check it out. I'm sorry, I was dead tired. I didn't get to check it out, so I didn't see it. But if there was one, then I hope, I'm sending my best wishes. Yes, you heard about it, Samari Karen said yes. Do you know the yes? Pauline is saying yes as well. Do you know who did it or what it was about? Me have to go look it up. I'll go look it up and talk about it later. Yes, for real. 6 people. Whoa. Wow. Who was it? A Bahamian national that did it? Watched on YouTube? They even posted it on YouTube. Somebody has said 2 dead, next person said 6 dead. You know what? I'm going to look it up. I'll go look it up and get into it, and then I'll get back to you on that. I'm going to look it up. See, Rebel Queen comment is held again. Rebel Queen, I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did to YouTube, because you're typing simple stuff like hi everyone, and your comment is being held for review. I'm going to go look it up. There's nothing bad in that, and it's being held for review again. So I don't know if you came here disrespectful one time and got put on the list, and now all your comments must be verified before they come through. 2 dead, 4 injured. Audley Barrett says, yo fam, lick 1BC. A lot of you comments are being prior for St. Vincent and the Grenadines show. I don't know why so many of you are being censored this morning. Anyhow, let's get into what we come to get into. So let's get this one out of the way as well. So the lady who was involved in the situation with the politician, and she has still not been found. Just to update, he has still not been charged. He has still not been reprimanded by his superiors. His boss, which is the Prime Minister of the country, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, has not said anything publicly on the situation. I'm guessing they're wishing it would just go away, and she is still in unknown location or cannot be located. I'm still worried for this lady. Some people are thinking the extreme, right? Them kill her and bury her. Nah, I don't think that would happen. I think that would be too obvious. Let me pull my mic up. I don't think that would happen. I think that would be too obvious. What I do think, though, from watching that video, he was beating her with something, right? It would look bigger than a cell phone. He was beating her with something black that was in his hand. So all those hits to her face and stuff, she probably had some bruising and swelling. It would be hard for her to come out right now with a soul and eye and say, it wasn't me in the video or something like that. So I think she's nursing her wounds, whatever wounds they are. You know how abused women do. Balky 100, thank you. Balky 100 checking in loud from 2017 up till now. Manners and respect, and I appreciate you and I thank you so much for that continuous support. So this woman, she's probably inside nursing those wounds. I've seen in past times where women who are abused will take that beating and then they will try to cover it up with makeup or with their hairstyle. Like if she get hit in her eye, she'll try to comb her hair down over here to cover it, or she'll put on heavy makeup, or she'll stay out of public view for a while until swelling goes down. I honestly think that is what's going on with this lady. I think she is hiding purposely to allow some of the swelling or whatever it is to go away. And then once it does, she will come out. Now they've said, they've seen the video, they've seen him on the video. The JLP administration has said that they are waiting for a direct answer, yes or no, from him first, before they do anything. Were you that one in the video? They want him to say it. So we're not really going off video anymore. We're just going off. We're going to skip past what we see on video and take your word for it. Was that you in the video? They're kind of like making it easy for him to say, no, it wasn't me. When they drag me into this thing, now I'm here, but it wasn't me. And she might come out later and say, it wasn't him. It wasn't me either. So nobody could say, so why your eyes swell up like that then? But they need to find that lady. They need to locate her. All right? Yeah, it's going to be a it wasn't me situation. Let's see how they handle this. Because this is all about the different sides of the law that exist. One for this set of people, one for that set of people, which will bring me to another topic that I want to talk about this morning. And I woke up this morning to a news headline that says Andrew Holness' new crime plan is to target 20 communities. They have handpicked and made a list of 20 communities across the island of Jamaica that they have deemed problem communities. These are the 20 communities that are wreaking all the havoc in the island, and they're going to be targeting these 20 communities. That sounds kind of weird, but I want to talk about that. But first, I'm going to talk about the vaccine. So, Jamaicans, Caribbean people, me not take that neem, Cersei, all kind of bush tea, that mint, ginger. It was reported that 83,000 Jamaicans have been vaccinated so far in what they call the vaccine blitz. 83,000. That's a lot for a set of people who said they wouldn't take it. That's why I say you can't really go with social media. You know what I'm saying? 83,000 have been vaccinated so far. And after that report came out, there was a blitz where a lot of people showed up. I saw the video and I saw so many people out there, and I was just staring at the video like, damn, Jamaica came out for the vaccine. Like a lot of people came out for the vaccine. There were so many people there, they did not have enough vaccine to give out to the people. They ran short. So they say, because shortly after saying that they ran short, they said that the vaccine that is on hand, that is left, will be expiring tomorrow. So if it's and they're urging medical personnel to not use that vaccine after its expiration date. So how you have vaccine that expires tomorrow, but you have people lined up to get it, but you're saying that too many people are here, you don't have enough to give them, and then after they leave, you say the vaccine we have on hand expires tomorrow. So should I give them today? If I open my fridge and there's food in there and the food says expires on the 12th and it's the 11th, I do one of these right here. Look on it, no John and grow. Smell it, pass the smell test. Good. Yum it. And I'm eating it because I want to finish it before the expiration date, right? You don't wait till something is close to the expiration date, then throw it away before it gets till the expiration date. You continue to distribute until it hits expiration date, correct? They didn't say what? Listic dude, Burger Boy. They did what? Didn't they say? Did they not say that they had vaccine on hand that is going to expire, and that they're urging medical personnel in these vaccine distribution points to not use that vaccine after the expiration date? Did they not say that? Right now, everybody is, or all the people who want vaccine, apparently there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people in Jamaica who are willing to take their vaccine and they're ready for it. A lot of people have said, listen, I've been getting vaccinated since I was little. Half of those things, I don't even know what they were or are. And there were controversies surrounding all of them. And I'm still here. So, hey, if this can keep me safe, minus 1 or 2 people might drop out from its side effects or whatever. That's always been the case with every vaccine that came out. Me, I take my vaccine. I'm taking my chances. And again, the Blitz used up all the vaccine. The Blitz used up all the vaccine. Trick is in the trade and matches boxes in business. Well, I was just a bit surprised to see how many Jamaicans were out to take it. Now, I don't run an anti-vaccine campaign. You all know every time I talk about the vaccine, I always put my disclaimer out there, because some people, they only stop by for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and then they're gone. I speak for a whole hour. They leave with 2 minutes. This is not an anti-vaccine campaign. I myself have been juke up like pincushion from military life to before I got to military life to when I was living in Jamaica to I've been vaccinated and injected over and over and over with all kinds of stuff. I don't even know what's been in my body, right? So this is not an anti-vaccination campaign. This is just me saying from the beginning that whoever takes this vaccine first, I feel like you are volunteering for an experiment. That's how I feel. Because this is an experiment. I feel like you're volunteering for an experiment. It has not been vetted long enough for me to jump at the front of the line, jump to the front of the line and say, give me first, right? I'm kind of like on the back burner, not against it, but I'm cautious and I'm moving cautious. I want to see, like down the road, what happens to some of the people, some more people that take it. Longer than the time it took for them to make it. Longer than 2 months, 3 months. I want to see like a year. What happened to you a year later? What happened to you 2 years later? I don't know. I want to see. So no, I won't be volunteering for the experiment. I'm on the back burner. But if it comes down to it, then I might have to take it. If it comes down to it. I don't run the world. I have to survive in the world. Right? So D-Mac says, thank you, D-Mac. I appreciate that greatly. On a stretch out on a hand for your COVID 2021 vaccine joke. Hey, I've said on this channel before, please go take your vaccine. If you're one of those people who say, I want my vaccine, I go get it. I'm not fighting against you. Go and take your vaccine. I need as many people vaccinated as possible so the place can open up again. I had plans to be in certain places this year where I just can't move. I can't move. And I've worked myself into a position in life to where I can actually now make some moves, right? Dash off somewhere. Imagine my vlogs would be better. This is not vlogging. This is commentary and like talk show format. Vlogging is when I take the camera somewhere and you get to see like the West Enders Inn and surrounding areas in West End Grill and Westmoreland and these kind of things, and some places in Clarendon, Jamaica. That's vlogging. I wanted to bless the channel with some of those kinds of materials from different locations around the world, and that now happened. The Johnson & Johnson one is off the market. Yes, you're absolutely right. I just came across that information as well. Vetted information that is factual. The Johnson & Johnson one is paused. Now, let me ask you this. Given what happened recently with Johnson & Johnson leading up to this, would you really go look at these people and say, I want your vaccine? or did you not know what happened before? You know, the ovarian cancer, something on the baby powder, and you know, we had that whole baby powder thing down, like down pat. It's actually one of them jokes. Like we say, ghetto girls or project girls be like, baby powder up everywhere, baby powder, all the baby have on powder, and then come to find out that that stuff had chemicals in it that caused a great population of females to develop certain types of cancer. Now, by the time they find that out, Johnson and Johnson would have already made billions and hundreds of billions of dollars off of the powder, baby powder. So by the time they recall it and they're hit with a suit and they pay out that suit in hundreds of millions, that's pocket change for them because they made hundreds of billions off of it over years period of time. So these are the things that I look at, and I'm like, I'm not go with your vaccine no, because when you and your baby powder just do, and see that it's a pause on it now, and I think it's for blood clotting. I don't want to put the people them out there and say some missed stuff. I believe it was a blood clot issue. A blood clot issue. What's up, blood? Oi! In my cup this morning is turmeric and lemon, and I haven't drank this tea in a while because turmeric does make a teeth them yellow, and it even stains the inside of my cup. Like the inside of my cup gets yellow, so my poor teeth I'm gonna be yellow. But turmeric is so good for you, and it tastes so good. All right, Tamara Brown Ford says yes, blood clotting. That's what I got. I just need some verification, some feedback from my audience. Let me know we're on the same page. So yeah, it's blood clotting. It's a blood clot situation. Me, I watch them. I won't be first in line. But Jamaicans have turned out. Matter of fact, it said in the Gleaner that Jamaica is now, is it the Gleaner or the Observer? Again, you have to be careful, you know, because sometimes you call people name and they're like, ring by your phone. Hello. Don't put false information out there about us. It's not us that said that. It was the Observer. Or it's not us that said that. It was the Star. Or it's not us that said. So I'm careful. That's why you hear me talk and pause and say something like that, or, you know, roughly or generally, or, you know, or it's a rumor. So Jamaica is we're getting a lot of glitch this morning. Every time I touch this topic, glitch. Me soon come off of the topic. I'm getting off the topic soon. I see the glitches. I see it. When I glitch me. Jamaica is now the most vaccinated island in the Caribbean, with the most people vaccinated. So big up to Jamaica. Big up to Jamaica. And thank you for leading the way always. We kill the most people. We kill the most women and girls, and we are the highest vaccinated, and we have the fastest man and woman in the world, man and woman, something in the food and the water. I'm telling us there's something in the food long time, all right? You don't just go to one island who does not have all the resources and fancy stuff that all these so-called first world countries have, and out of that one little island in the Caribbean Sea, you pick out the fastest man in the world, and the fastest woman in the world comes right behind him off the same island. May I tell you, something in the food and the water down there, I don't care what you want to say, something in the food, from you get that good Jamaican food in your system. But we've always led the way, whether it's good or bad. When we go for bad, we're bad. We are just the baddest. And when we go for good, we are the best. That's why it's a beauty to see us at our best. And it's such deep sadness to see us at our baddest. Baddest, you know, baddest, worse. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. Why we sound proud regard killing people? Wow. Clown talk. Bush bomb 218. Let's keep things in context. I don't know who sound proud about killing people, but we do. If you listen to the songs, a lot of the songs glorify killing people. We talk about this all the time. My big gun, my Mark X19 and my Glock with extended clip on, boss boy head often and Mara fly gun pan wall and all these things. We talk about those things. So yes, it's a culture now that glorifies the murders of each other. At the same time, that's not what I'm doing. That's not my platform. I've never seen your name here before, but let me just get that out there. That's not my thing. I'm a person of law. Okay? I'm a person of law. I deal with law, I deal with law enforcement, and that's it. So I'm not glorify killing each other at all. What I say though is factual. We are the best. We are the best, meaning when we are bad, we are the best at everything, whether it's bad or good. You never get licked by a Jamaican scammer yet. Enough people say, can't happen to me, can't happen to me. Explain the millions and millions of dollars that they still manage to get. You never get run down on by a Jamaican gunman or them killer there yet. You know, see the new generation, they kill indiscriminately. It's not glorifying, it's just saying that we are the best at everything and we lead at everything. It's always been that way for the island of Jamaica. Jamaica is just a standout island, period. And I went from showing a strong contrast, like something to be celebrated, the fastest man and fastest woman in the world. And I'm telling you that it's the food, it's the atmosphere, it's the culture. It's something special about that island. The fastest man and woman in the world should ideally be coming out of, say, the UK or the USA, that kind of stuff. But you go find them in a little island in the Caribbean Sea. You see me? And at the same time, same thing up here. Perfect example, gunman up here run when them see police. Gunman in Jamaica when them see police, them turn it on upon them. Police my bomb buckler, and police have to run. Police have to go call backup. All these kind of things. So when we're good at the worst things, but we're also good at the best. That is why I said again, it is better to see us, and it's such a glorious sight to see us when we are at our best. All right? We not glorify the thing. A peer star de Jamaica. Most don't know it. God know. You're not telling no lie. Very true. If you go to Jamaica and walk around, honestly, and I'm not bragging about my country, but I should. If you go to Jamaica and walk around with a camera, that statement that you just made there, brother, pure stars there, Jamaica, they just don't know it. It's factual. It's factual. When I'm walking around, my mind wanders differently. So I'm thinking, yo, I could shoot a movie right here. All I see are people that I think like them deserve to be on a screen. The talent, the skills, and not just talent in athletics. I'm talking about talent in academics, talent in stuff that requires higher intellect. I'm talking about talent in artwork and crafts and talent in survival, period. Some things when we see them take and turn fashion into something else, like we really turn sufferation and pain into something beautiful. We craft out of it something beautiful. Our strength, our power is deep. That's the reason why we have to advocate for this beautiful island and our culture in the true sense of our culture. Those before us, we stand on the shoulders of giants. So those before us set the pace, and we are supposed to build on it, not tear down what they built, right? We're supposed to build on it and get greater and greater with each generation. That is why there's such a concern with me about seeing us regressing, going backwards, spinning off in the wrong direction, looking like how we look now. I'm sure we're close to 400 citizens murdered since January 1st by now. I'm absolutely sure. I don't know the numbers. I know that before I went to Jamaica last month, which was about 3 weeks ago now, 4 weeks, going on 4 weeks now, the number was 321 already. And the amount of murders that I've seen since then, I'm pretty sure we're hitting close to 400 citizens already murdered. So we're definitely heading in the wrong direction of who we are as a people, the legacy of us, and where we're trying to go in the future. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Real talk, you took me away a little bit, but anyway, the woman's still not found. We would like to see her. We want to see the woman, just make sure that she's okay. The public wants to see her, just to make sure she's okay. And we are watching to see how this will be handled, how this will be dealt with. We talked about the vaccination blitz, and we talked about 83,000 Jamaicans being vaccinated. Big up to Jamaica for that. All right. Them say me I bleach my skin, I clarified that. Me now bleach, I've never bleached, I'm not into bleaching, these kind of things. The deadly 20 is what I really want to talk about. So, government planning strategy to quiet major crime-producing areas. This can backfire. This can go both ways. But in a sense, this is not even something that is new. You know, crime, especially murder. I've always said this. Rob me. It's okay. If you rob me, I may have it. Take it. I don't care about material things. I can buy those back, right? But don't rob me and kill me. Rob me and leave me so you can't rob me again one next time. We're living in a different time now. When them come for rob you now, them box out all of your teeth. Senior citizen, like the old man they shot up in his shop. Senior citizen box out the whole of man's teeth, shot him up, kill him in a robbery. Don't do me like that. So crime is everywhere. Cars get broken into, houses get broken into. Don't break in mine. I promise you won't make it out. But cars get broken into, houses get broken into, you know, them kind of something that purse gets snatched, bag get thief. We can deal with those. We can deal with those. It's the murder that is concerning. And it's concerning on a level to where one of the biggest drives for me ever since I started YouTube was meeting the amount of Jamaican people on this platform that are either scared to return or has left and has never been back, or went back one time and said, me not go back again. We are the future, right? And our children are our future. So when we're scared enough to not go back, but we stay overseas and we gain all these expertise, because we are high achievers, right? And no matter where you put us, we're going to achieve high. Those of us who strive for excellence, and a lot of Jamaicans do. That is why when you go to foreign countries, you will hear stuff like, the mayor of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, or the head of the police department in so-and-so, and this person in Toronto, head of this, and this person, and it's Jamaican. And you're like, well, if they can be so great overseas, why can't they be so great back home? Why can't they use these expertise, or how come they couldn't have developed to these levels back home? Had to run away from their country to go find better somewhere else. And they're excelling outside the country. And a lot of them are afraid to go back because they're concerned. Any well-thinking person would be concerned about almost 400 citizens being murdered in the space of January, February, March, and April. Today is April 16th. So you're talking about 3.5 months and over 350 citizens murdered. Anybody with some sense would be concerned. It's not that you don't love the country. You miss the country. You love the culture. You love everything about it. You're scared. You have a right to be scared. I drew up this analogy before and I said, if I'm driving down the street, right? If you're driving down the street and you run into me, SouFLo, at an intersection, and I tell you, hey, don't turn left. Because you see down there, once you hit Elm Street, they're killing people heavy over there. They just killed almost 400 people from January to now, right over there. You telling me you're still going to turn your vehicle in that direction and go down there talking about Milwaukee? No, you're not. You're going to go the other way where I tell you it's safer to go this way. So what's happening is we're not going back home. When I talk about the people that were flying and fly out regular and they're not there. Them just fly in to go have fun and come. I'm talking about people who have lived outside, gained expertise from outside that could contribute to the upliftment of the island of Jamaica. And they're not coming back with these expertise. They're staying and making other people's countries better. Just so the thing up. So it's a concern for me. Now, this crime plan that he just came up with, targeting 20 communities. Let's talk about that. Island Sugar, thank you so much. I appreciate you greatly. Island Sugar says, thank you, SouFLo, for your show. I am of Haitian background. Shout out to my Haitian family. Man is Jamaican. We want to buy property in Jamaica. Oh, your man is Jamaican, and y'all want to buy property in Jamaica one day. It's good to watch your show. Well, big up to you and your Jamaican man, and thank you. It's all Caribbean love right there, right? A Haitian queen with a Jamaican king. Do it. Do it. So I want to talk about this targeting of this 20, and that's the headline today. The headline actually says Deadly 20, and you can go read it for yourself. I will tell you where in a minute. So the government's planning strategy to quiet major crime-producing areas. The government has identified 20 major crime-producing communities across the island and is devising strategies to quiet them. I see a problem right away. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the disclosure last Thursday during a question and answer session with the Jamaica Observer. There you know where I'm getting from. The headline is called Deadly 20. Now, while declining to name these communities, Andrew Holness did say that they were urban or urbanized areas with heavily armed gangs, which are under the control of Dons. So if the Prime Minister is saying that there are 20 communities that are under the control of Dons, this is deep intelligence. This is not just frivolous information, this is deep intelligence. So you are well aware that these communities are under the control of Dons. How do you know this? What intelligence do you have to know this? That intelligence should also point to who the Dons are, right? Am I wrong or right? That intelligence should also point to who the Dons are. That's the only way you know that the community under Don seizure are under run-ins by the Dons. All right. Now, according to Holness, these communities need measures such as zones of special operations and state of public emergency, which is ZOSO and the SOEs. They need this to tackle the particular element of violence that they record. So here we go again. We're backpedaling and we're going back to zones of special operations and we're going back to SOE, state of emergencies. So what we're going to have now are particular communities that they're going to set up zones of special operations in and set up state of emergencies in these communities. This sounds like something we've done before many times, right? There's no new crime strategy plan. He's backpedaling and saying he's just going over the same thing. Going over the same thing. Is it working? Probably to some degree. Is it effective? Almost 400 murdered in 3.5 months. I wouldn't say it's effective. Now, we have communities at war with each other. This will give you a good insight of what's going on, because a lot of us talk a lot and don't know what's really going on. So we have communities that are at war with each other, and they're at war with the state as well. That is a war that needs to be addressed. Young men with guns under some kind of nefarious leadership use these guns not just for economic benefits. It is not just that they are going out to rob and that's how they live. They are using these guns to settle conflicts that you and I would normally just talk about. Come and buy you a beer and laugh and talk it over. Remember I've said this before? One time gone, The worst it would come to is fling 2 big stone, if that, and that was really bad. If you see people running down to chop up or stab up people back then, it was real war going on. We would curse each other out. I'll send them up under them way and all these things, and then live to talk about it. Years later down the road, these same people still remember each other and they have come around. Time has healed all that. Whether they started going to the same church, community church, or children started growing up and getting intermingling with each other and getting into the same, my son run track and field, your son start run track and field till we meet up at the track meets. These kind of things. And we had a chance to heal, and we had a chance to put that behind us. Nowadays, it's very different. Nowadays, if you say the wrong thing, and sadly, I did that video about the Jamaican YouTuber that was shot 13 times. And when I read the comment section, I realized even more that this is a cultural thing. Because there were actually people in the comment section that were saying, somehow in the chat too much. I only must remember say when I do the story upon people, some people don't want to do the story upon them. And some people don't want you to chat about them. I'm thinking, what kind of a mind frame is this? If you say something about me that I don't like, I think that your life should be taken away. What the hell is that? And we resort to killing just for words. People talk about me all the time. SouFLo this, SouFLo that, SouFLo is an agent, SouFLo is for the destruction of Jamaica, SouFLo support criminal. 1 minute him want this, next minute him asks for that. The boy two-facing that. Imagine if I was to go around trying to kill everybody that had something to say about me that was offensive. I would be one of the biggest serial murderers in the world, right? So where did we come off like that? So he has a point. They're not only using these guns under Don leadership, they're not only using these guns for economic gain. He said that they're using these guns to settle small disputes where usually me and you, regular people, who are in a them kind of lifestyle there, we would talk these things over, or we would simply not speak to each other anymore until we can work something out. Now it's just murder. Dash him away. He noted that the gangsters in these communities do not want the security forces to police them, and they often erect barriers to keep out the police and to prevent their arrival from driving, or their rivals from driving through their communities to attack them. That's a problem. It's not what they want. It's not what they want. And this is why I said before, somebody said, SouFLo, I think you could run this. I honestly think I could. Another person said, SouFLo would I probably run it like with some US military tactics, which we don't want. Trust me, you would want it. You would want it. I would do it with love. I would do it with love. Who can't listen would have to ship up or ship out. And I would have a place for you to ship out to. You know what I'm saying? I would do it with love. The problem is we don't have politicians that are doing their job with love, genuine love, a genuine love for the people on all levels. And we don't have politicians that are doing it with, or governing with a true desire to see the place be a real better place all across the board. Everybody has their vested interest in whatever oils or lines their pocket and provide for their lifestyle, and whatever makes their people feel good, their set of people feel good, their supporters or their friends behind the scenes, or it's not for the betterment of everybody. But me would I run it a certain way. You can't tell me when I come into your community about you don't want police around you. How about we don't want you around here? You can't put up no barricade. For what? You can't put up no barricade. Now, in the flip side of that is, imagine living in a community that is so unsafe that you yourself have to go put up barricade So man don't drive through there at nighttime and shoot up man, woman, and children in because of revenge or because war are going in a community. There would be no bargaining. And this is why I say that when the people fail to live in a civil manner, this is what government officials are elected for, because people are expected to break laws and be unruly and live lawless and do what them want to do. That's why we have laws. If we did not have laws, right, everybody would carry a gun. Everybody would shoot you in your face as soon as you offend them. Because there would be no laws. There would be nothing that says you go to prison for this. So make those laws a deterrent. Under my leadership, I would talk about military tactics, flipping houses. I would talk about stuff like the element of surprise. Like they operate by announcing. And sometimes when I see them announce their next move, I said to myself, well, maybe they're not really going there. Maybe it's to throw off the people them who they're going to go catch, or so they're telling them one place, but they're going to show up at another place. And to my surprise, which I'm not even surprised no more, every single time they go exactly where they said they were going to go. They go at the exact time they said they're going to go. So what we have here is, here you have government officials, right, bargaining with badman, gunman, telling them stuff like, we will be in Westmoreland Wednesday the 17th, starting from 5 p.m. and we're expected to stay there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we'll be leaving on Sunday. And what kind of stuff is that? Where does that come off? The presence should be always the element of surprise. We pop up anywhere, we storm anywhere, right? And we're not talking about violating people's rights. We're not talking about mash up Miss Matty Shop and them something there. But we storm anywhere. We show up in numbers, strength to show strength anywhere. And that's what the focus should be. That way, they won't be able to plan ahead and be like, all right, so I'm going to set up, also, all right, so bad man, we have to go move operation, go over. Yeah, so, see? And then when them left now, we just go back in our place over there, so. And that's all they do. That's all they do. Every time they set up zonal special operation or ZOSO or the other one, what them call a state of emergency in any area, you know, don't y'all notice that all the killing and stuff just it rises in some place else where they're not. And then by the time they reach over there, because they explain that we're coming there and we're going to be there for this long, as them reach, the man them gone, or whoever it is, man, woman, whoever, gone to our next place, don't tell nobody where you're going to be next. Show up. And when you show up, show up. It's straight business when you show up. We got a lot of soldiers. Not everybody is out. Roll out the soldier them. Use soldiers what soldiers are trained for. Soldiers are not only trained for war, contrary to what most people believe. And Jamaican soldiers ain't fighting no war, like no overseas war. So you can't train them in a manner where, you know, everybody is potentially an enemy and you go in there with this mindset. But you still have to train them and put them out there in a manner where it's not a joke thing when we touch the ground. You understand? Yeah, strategic moves. Strategic moves. They lack that severely. Just that alone I watch. And I'm like, they showed up. Oh my God, they showed up. And this is me sitting at home, reading it or looking at it, and I'm like, Dave, are you kidding me? And then they showed up. On time. Sometimes I think this is planned. Like them, I tell them, bad man brethren them, listen, we're going to announce it so everybody get the memo, so we all on the same page. When we come in, you move, all right? Keep your operation going, but may I give you time to move your thing, and then we're going to come in. And we're going to make it known publicly, so it's not like we are sending information to you, and you only. We told everybody. This look like some kind of cover up and some kind of partnership that's going on. That's what the government of Jamaica looks like to me. Like it has some kind of partnership with these kind of people of the underworld. Who's this? Bushbomb 218. Bushbomb 218 says, thank you, Bushbomb 218. I appreciate that greatly. Says it's crazy how these gunmen want to kill another for just speaking out loud on straight facts. But once they obtain a US visa, they want to live an honest life, but leave the communities in bad state. You know, a lot of these gunmen don't really want to live an honest life. That's the thing. Badness used to be a means to an end. Criminality used to be a means to an end. I was listening to a song that Capleton sing, and Capleton said something about them are a real bad man, like them only act bad, smell bad, look bad. But if you ever know where real badness is, because right now enough bad man are try stop bad. So man, we are real bad man. A time gone by used to do these things because there was really lack of opportunity. And like Ninja Man said, bad man used to actually take care of the community. Bad man used to actually uplift the community and protect the community more than even police, and provide for the people in the community. That is why you have this culture in Jamaica where certain so-called dons were well respected, because dons used to make sure, say, yo, you would come off my corner, go to school. I mean, I don't want to see you around here so no more. Hey, matter of fact, I go up your house, go talk to your mother. And go talk to her for real, like, yo, what happened to him? Something not going with him? Because which part me see him enough. And that's these kind of things. You're short on rent, you're short on this, you're short on that, you're on money. This is real life. It used to be like that. That changed. That changed. Now the same people terrorize their same communities that they live in. And most of them, when them get a little visa, them go foreign, they look at it as, land of milk and honey and exploits. Here I go. No thing I got turn up. And them come here, come do the same foolishness. A lot of them. That is why the deportation numbers are so high. Enough people overstayed, just simply overstayed. They're not no criminals. They were really looking for a better way. And them said, God almighty, man, I try everything in Jamaica. It now work for me. I get this one go. But just go and hide out until I make it here so I'm getting paper straight. But you have a large population that come here and they are on some whole other something. See, Nina, Mrs. Naya, thank you. I appreciate you greatly. She said, big up, bro, and brains and chat. Have peaceful Friday. I bet you meant to say Kai. Big up, bro, and brains and Kai. And have a peaceful Friday. Blessings, manners, and respect to you. And thank you. I appreciate you greatly. See it? Queen Wright says, I was 5 years old. Same age as Keisha Knight Pullum when it all got started. And from there, human sex trafficking grew. Nobody did nothing. As a matter of fact, those who act like they helping start draw with a little girl, them right? And next thing you know, she's in Mexico on a stripping pole, or she's in some other part of the world. I was watching a documentary the other day, and it was a girl, a Jamaican girl, and this was in a brothel in Germany. And it was a Jamaican girl in that brothel in Germany. I mean, I wonder, and she was a victim of human trafficking and exploitation. And it makes you wonder, like, how the hell she went all the way from Jamaica to Germany. And apparently she's very young, and apparently she was under age when all this happened. She is now a young adult. I believe she has a child of her own. But to see her in a brothel all the way in Germany, see, you're talking sense. El Boogie, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You're talking sense. El Boogie says, morning, SouFlo. I just can't catch you on time, but I always do the playback. How can I connect to your WhatsApp chat? The WhatsApp chat is at max capacity, fam. It's full. WhatsApp, I think, allows us 279 people in the chat room, and we've reached that max. The only way to put someone else in there is to kick somebody else out. So it's at max capacity right now. Mrs. Naya says, big up baby Kai. Can't leave him out at all. Thank you. I appreciate you greatly. Kai's good and coming along fine. Use your platform to promote the informer must live culture. Informer must live culture. No, me not do that enough. I am not doing that because it's not informing. I have specifically said before, we have confused everything. Good is no bad, bad is no good, up is no down. Listen, informer. If you are telling the police or law enforcement officials what is going on in your community that is against the law, as far as people are murder people, and you know who did it because you was an eyewitness. I was in my window like this. Me here, bop, bop. I mean, look out, so I mean, see him shoot the boy and just walk away like nothing, not even run. Walk away like nothing happened. You don't know him. He just came into your community and committed murder, right? Talk. That's not informing. Informer. So be careful how you use the word, because ignorant people will label me as an informer and then put a target on my back. So I'm not promoting no informer. I still say burnout informer, but there's a difference. You have to understand what informer is. Advocating for your community, speaking up when you see things going wrong before it reaches your doorstep, that's not informing. Informing is when me and you do something together. We commit a crime together, right? You went that way, I went that way. Okay, let's split up. If you get catch, don't call my name. If I get catch, I won't call your name. I'm going to do my time. You just make sure my family good till I get out. That kind of stuff. And then as soon as I get caught, me and John do it, man. I not take the time here by myself. Matter of fact, I'll tell you where John live. John live around on 17th Street over Market Lane, right there, sir. Yes, the blue house on the corner, that's where him live. Yes, we did it at 12 o'clock during the day, and by 12:15, he was at his house. I'm pretty sure because he sent me a text and said, yo, I'm in my place, and yeah, me know where you can go find him, officer. That's informing. You did illegal activities with somebody else, and you got caught, and you informed on the others that didn't get caught. That is informing. That is when you have signed on to a code that you must live by. You understand? That's why I said bad man business, street business, for the people them who live that life and have signed on to that. Me not in them business, because you signed up for that life. These are the kind of killings that we were used to when I was coming up. When a man get pitched over out a road, we used to know, say, well, that's the life him live. Everybody know who that is and how he get down. David Biggerstaff, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. So there's a difference. Me not send me a promote no inform or nothing. I am promoting you telling when you see stuff though. I'm promoting you protecting your community. Cause you see me now, bad man I gotta respect me now, because if me and him living in the same community, I'm protecting his children. I'm protecting his family too. Me not in him business. If he's into bad man business with bad man, me not in him business. But I can't sit around and watch you like kick off Miss Mavis door, and Miss Mavis at 75 years old and going there and bow, 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 shoot up Miss Mavis because what? Because you can't catch her son. And poor Miss Mavis don't know where her son or her grandson is into, because the youth don't even live in the area. That happens a lot. I did a story on SouFLoTV where the hitman talked about how they traveled from someplace in Kingston all the way to some rural community way down in the country, and they went there for a cousin. A cousin. And this cousin wasn't even close to the person who they were looking for. This is just who they know as next of kin for this person who they're looking for. And they went down there. I don't know if y'all remember where the community was sweeping up and cleaning up and getting ready to have a celebration out in the streets. And they went in there and like shoot up, like everybody gets shot, including who they came for. And and them get catch and they talk why they did it. Them can't catch certain person. but they remember when they were cool with them. Me and did a brethren. I'm a drive go a country with them before. I'm see him family, me know which part him family, me know him cousin from down south. So we'll draw him out, bust him cousin head. The problem is they went there and that poor cousin then have nothing to do with it. You see? So there's a difference. There's a difference between that whole snitching or informing thing. That there's a big difference. You have to be very careful. There are a lot of ignorant. My people, listen, my people level of ignorance. Remember I said we're the best at everything? When we already figure ignorant, we ignorant. You understand? So from them itch on informer on you or say SouFLoTV I support informer thing. Don't put that label upon me. No put that label upon me. That's why I take the time and break down exactly what an informer is. And I do no such thing. Me and nobody in no criminal dealings or anything. And if I know people business and I'm me alone know it, it stays with me. Me not involved in nothing with nobody, so I don't know nothing to tell anything. And I keep it that way. If I don't know, I can't tell. Right? But I will protect my people and I will protect my community. Jano. So Queen Wright says, with it ignorant to the informants. Good morning, SouFLo. I finally caught the live. All right, thank you for being here, sweetie. I appreciate you greatly. We must tell them with it. What? We must tell them with it ignorant. What? Can't catch quack or catch him shut. That's a Jamaican thing that we live by. That's a Jamaican thing that we live by. Bust him granny head and draw him out. And you think a joke. You think why I think a lot of these killings that they can't even solve yet, where it looks so crazy, because it's like we're still wondering like what this old lady do anybody. It's one of those situations and they're not afraid to do it. They might think about it for a while, like John, no, I don't really want to do the old lady like that still, you know. But you know what? So the thing go dog, the Schweppes, go fair. Once that order is put out, I'll granny get it. And let that be a lesson to anybody that is out here that really don't know how the thing run and out here thinking that they can get into this and it won't reach you, because that is exactly how it's ran. That is exactly how it's ran. So be careful when you're getting into certain things as well. Germany in the house, Jennifer Campbell. Thank you. Hey, Jennifer, is Germany still under lockdown? May says, SouFLo, I have a comic project I'm trying to put my right out there now, getting my bearings out there. All right, May. If there's anything I can do to help you promote it or anything like that, link me up at SouFLoTV@gmail.com. All right, and just put a good headline where it will grab my attention. I was on your live or my comic project or something like that, and I'll get back to you. Lorna says, ignorant people have no respect for themselves, community, or anyone else. Yeah, we have a lot of ignorant people. Can't tell them nothing. They're involved in all kinds of things, and just so they plan to live their life just like that. I stay out of their way. As long as I don't see you harming innocent people that have nothing to do with your lifestyle. But when you is a mad bull and you want to kill off at a mad bull out a road, then that's phony thing. That's just like the army going to war. And then you have the U.S. Army that's going to go fight the Iraqi army, or the U.S. Army that's going to go fight insurgents and army and other, not the Iraqi, but what the place name, the first war, me never, that was way before me. Desert Storm, that was military to military. Our war wasn't military to military. We were actually working with the military to deal with parties that came into their country and infiltrated, all kind of stuff like that. But there's a difference. There's a difference. War is war. And it's not only the military fight war. You must understand that. So gunman, badman fight war. Just like the Prime Minister said, some of these communities are at war with each other. Volatile because they're living right next to each other. Enough of them man here live like militant soldier for real. So you stay out of their way. If you know that that's what's going on and you choose that lifestyle for you, then God go with you, because me can't go. And I won't feel sorry for you either. That's just like me being like all the way broken up about a soldier that chooses to go into combat. I have to understand that he made that choice, right? You train as a soldier, you prepare for combat, and you go when you get your orders. All along the way, you could have said, I don't want to do this. I'm going to find some other kind of job, though. This is not for me, blah, blah, blah. But you went all the way up to your, like, send me, put me in a game, coach. That's how my unit was. We were ready, right? Shout out to the Big Red One. We were ready to roll. And they train you to the point where you're like, man, F all this training. I'm ready to go see what this training's about. And you ready to go. It sounds crazy to think that someone could be ready to go into combat, like send me. But we were. And we did. So I can understand why I need some decompressing and them kind of thing there. But I look at things from that perspective. If you choose a life there, that's on you. If you get licked down out there, that's on you. Bad man have them war, just like how the military have its wars. So he says that these people are writing. Now, the thing about Andrew Holness for me is that he still has not come up with a valid crime plan. We're still leaning on the SOE, Zones of Special Operation, and the other one, State of Emergency. We're still leaning on those. And these are like putting a Band-Aid on a machete chop wound or putting a Band-Aid over a gunshot wound. That's what these do. They might help like a little bit, but the little bit is so little that we don't really see much of a difference kind of thing. We're looking for drastic change. These are drastic times. Drastic things are happening, and we cannot, and the Prime Minister is not getting this message. We cannot continue to do the same thing over and over, expecting different results. We're going to continue to get the same results over and over. So he has to change this up. But all this time, we're coming up with a crime plan. We're formulating a crime plan, and all know and come back with the same zone of special operation and the same SOE. 90% of the youths in these communities are not attached to anything. They are not in schools regularly. They are not in any training program, and they are fodder for gang warfare. This is what Andrew Holness said as he took a thinly veiled swipe at people who have criticized the use of SOE. The people who are writing all kinds of things in the newspaper about rights and the government trying to get powers to abuse rights never get wrote online that would explain to the mother who lost her son because some silly gang war. What about her rights to see her son grow up? I don't think Andrew's still getting the picture. Really. And I respect, I'm from the cloth. So remember I told y'all before, if you don't respect the person, you respect the rank of the person. I respect the office, the seat. I'm not going to sit up here, the US president. So I don't think it's fair for me to sit up here and be disrespectful towards our prime minister. I genuinely feel like he does not get it. I genuinely feel like he is so out of touch. He knows how to pretend to be in touch when it's necessary. But I genuinely feel like he doesn't get the whole picture of what it is he is supposed to do. And I am afraid that by the time he gets the picture, he'll be out of office. Everybody have them time. It's Andrew time now. It'll be somebody else's time later on. And we're just trying to press gas to make him do more now that he's in a position to do it. I don't want to hear after you served. I don't want to hear after you served about all these things that could have been done. I want to see you implement them now while you're in power and you're able to. I'm going to think so and get the picture. Who's that? Kella C1. Kella, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. Kella, for all you do, for all your support. I appreciate you so much. Kella says, bless up, bro. Keep up the good job. Have a wonderful weekend. One love. You too, Kella. Have an absolutely wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. Enjoy yourself. All right? And go outside, go get some vitamin D. D. The people, he says that the people who are writing all kinds of things in the newspaper about rights and the government trying to, you ever notice, it's trending. You can't really say nothing about Andrew, you know, too tough enough. Them come seal. Them come seal. You got to start listening to the people, man. This thing will now work. What about the rights of the people who live in all these communities to live in peace? Well, damn, we've been saying that for the longest, bro. They can't get up in the morning in peace. Andrew, we know that. Just the rhetoric, just the same old, same old. Them can't get up in the morning in peace. The mother deserves to see her son grow. What about who's gonna have to tell our son shut up down the road? This is just pulling at people's emotions and this type of stuff. This is not what we want to hear from you. We know this already. We are the people in these communities where can't get no peace. We are the one that we have to be careful going out and coming in and duck gunshots sometime and have family members or friends that have been lost to this. We are the ones, not you. So we don't need you to repeat to us what it is we going through and what we deserve. We know what we deserve. What about the right of the people who live in these communities to live in peace? They can't get up in the morning in peace, added Andrew Holness as he recounted a story of an elderly woman who had to endure men armed with illegal guns using her yard as a walkway. A typical thing that one lady wrote to me, and man, I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help, but she stopped communicating with me. So a lady wrote to me and she said she owned a shop and she had found text messages on her daughter's phone, and her daughter is underage. I think her daughter is 14. She owns a shop in the community. In her phone, in her daughter's phone, she found messages that were sexual in nature. She also found pictures, so it wasn't hard to tell who it was. Now, the person that it was, she's afraid of that person. She was asking me to ask my audience to help her because she is where she's at, but they're closing in on her daughter. And she said, right now, SouFLo, them even take over my shop. Like them come, them park up, them sit down in my shop all day, and I can't tell them to leave, these kind of things, right? And they time her daughter. Her daughter goes to school, her daughter come home. She said when her daughter is in, she keep her daughter right there with her in the shop all the time because she have to run the shop. And so this is a reality for people. See, she keep her daughter right there in the shop. She was asking me to ask my audience if they can help with donations because she doesn't have the finances to move. Because I said, can you move? How about you move to a different community, a far place on the island, far away from that community? She said she don't have the finances to do it. She stopped contacting me after that last conversation. So I always wondered what happened to her. How's she doing? Did they get to her daughter? But she told me that they took over her shop. She had no say. And sometimes them come and order stuff and they don't pay for it. And she is intimidated. She just give it to them. She said she asked one of them why him post up our shop every day like that, him and him bridging them. And him say a protection, him a protect her. But she's saying protect her from what? Because the only people in the community who she would see anybody need protection from was them. So she realized she's being extorted. Yes? So it's a real thing. I really wonder like what happened to her all the time. And if she out there and you're seeing this, link me back again. All right. Some people link me and then them lose contact. My phone never changed. I still have the same number. My WhatsApp is still there. Sometimes I get to the messages late, and some people get frustrated because I take so long to get to the messages that they stop linking me. But be persistent and link me. Enough people link me on a daily basis. I cleaned out my email yesterday and I opened my email this morning and it was 109 or 100 and something like that emails in there again from yesterday to today. If I leave that email for 3-4 days, last time I did, a 700 and something email was in there when I opened it. I'm one person, but link up. I will try my best to do what I can, right? Our Guyanese doll says, good morning. Do you think that Jamaica will soon be a failed state? What would be the breaking point for soon? It's already a failed state. Almost 400 citizens murdered in 3.5 months. It's already a failed state. Not that, that's to answer Guyanese doll's question. If I think that Jamaica will soon be a failed state, it's a failed state as we sit. DMAC says the breaking point will be tourism. Once the tourism industry takes a hit, right? Once people actually stop getting on planes and going there. You know, it's crazy because, all right, so let me finish this up. He pointed out that large number of armed youngsters in these communities use the power of the gun to solve social problems, and we have to intervene. We have to use exceptional powers to address this epidemic. Exceptional powers, like go back to what? SOE and ZOSO. I'm sure even the soldier and the police, them tired of that because they see that it's not really working. Let me say this before I forget. If a Jamaican singer goes overseas, gets on a stage, and says something that is deemed offensive to a certain community of people, visa get taken away, can't fly again. People show up with big cards to shut the show down. Promoters get scared, don't book that artist anymore. They're directly impacted immediately. But those same people who advocate for all these rights and, you know, it's human rights and this and that, they're the same people that book their tickets on a regular basis, even when the murder rate looks as high as it does. And they look themselves in the mirror and they say, they're not killing tourists. And I'm not going over where they at. It's two different Jamaicas. I'm going into my all-inclusive. All my food's going to be provided. There's going to be some Jamaican girls in there, or get some Jamaican guys in there, or whatever their fancy is. I can get everything from there. I'll circulate just around that area. And they go, and they return, and they come back again, and them have them fun, and they're served hand and foot, waited on hand and foot. And that's it. They don't give a damn. So the only way that we would be affected through tourism is if the amount of people that goes there starts to say, wow, this is human rights conditions that need to be handled ASAP. It's a state of emergency that the world cannot turn its eyes away from. This is Jamaica. This is the beautiful land of Bob Marley and reggae music and good ganja and beautiful beaches and, you know, a pretty girl with nice body shape and all these things, and, you know, them come along, they come get them rent-a-dread and all them something that too. But they're not looking at it that way. They're looking at it as they're unaffected. They don't even care. That's for us to handle, not them. Not them. Queen Wright. Okay, Queen Wright. That is exact. Now I see why your comments are being blocked. See, I can see your comment, but nobody else can see it. Now I see why your comments are being blocked. That's why when some of you ask me, SouFlo, why you block me? Right there. That's such a derogatory comment for what? But you're blocked. And I didn't touch anything. Y'all don't listen, man. We're going to leave this right here this morning. All right? To finish off this article, he pointed to the reduction in crime in the St. James community of Salem and the corporate area communities of Augusttown, Greenwich Town, sections of Denham Town, which were declared ZOSOs. We have shown that if we take this approach, which is to dominate the space, control... I mean, I think Andrew really know what dominate means. Which is to dominate the space, control ingress and egress from the space, have high-level community engagement, and bring in parallel community development, then we can control the crime. All that talking is too confusing. Ain't nobody hearing all of that. Ain't nobody got time for all that. All this long list of stuff you're telling to people don't want to hear all that. We speak civilian terms for us, please. We have shown that if we take this approach, which is to dominate the space, control ingress and egress from the space, which have high-level community engagement and bring in parallel community development, what does that mean? What does that mean for us? So they dress up in these suit and ties and then say them kind of funny words here and these kind of things. The people will spend more time looking at a dictionary and trying to piece this together than put boots on the ground. Stop telling people where you're going to be. Show up and show out. Simple. We got something in the army that we say, move like lightning and sound like thunder and you will always be okay. Do that. You have to show them who run the place. And then let the laws fit the crime. Let the punishment fit the crime. And let it be one way all across the board. For your politician friend them, for your rich friend them will live up so, for the poor man down so, that want to do the same stupidness. Them the things you need to do. And see if you wouldn't have a change. Yeah, with all this trying to sound smart stuff, like, man, we already know you're college educated. A lot of us are also. The whole of us know what dictionary look like, and the whole of us know Google. We don't have time. Speak to us like where we can understand you, but this is what they do. Them come dress up nice, say a couple of words, and one bag of jumbo, mumbo, jumbo, political jargon that not many people can understand. People just get frustrated and don't even listen when they talk. But the ice cream cops are forward in the SOE because them tired. Because they're tired. Shout out to the Jamaican police, them the good one them. I always say that on SouFLoTV, though. I said fire burn the bad one them because they're in a position to do good and they're using that position to frig up the place even more. So shout out to the good ones because it's very hard to be in uniform, to be off that cloth, the brotherhood, and go against the grade of what your cronies who are rogue are trying to do. I'm telling you, it's hard. So for the ones who stand up regardless, we have to give them the utmost respect. Now, let me say this. They're burnt the hell out and they're tired. They're tired of the same old, repeat, this again. You never do nothing the last time. This again. We need to hit it and keep rolling. What I see them doing is they hit it, back off. Hit it softer, back off. Hit it a little bit softer, back off some more. That not work. You need to hit it, dismantle it, keep rolling. Roll over any and everything in the way. I don't want to hear about man around this. I don't want the police to govern their area because who has a choice? Why are you giving them a choice? Why is it even a talk? Why is it even a part of your conversation? And they erect fences to stop police from coming in and also to stop, but them think they're easy for control. Who is in charge of the military? Them need to sit down with Andrew, talk some sense. Them kind of y'all seen the video with the training that they were doing? I don't know if it's a voiceover, but boy, go back and that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's crawling through the thing. All them aggressive training there. If you're doing all that training, that means you have the soldiers ready to go. Run the place and stop make badman and gunman run the place. Period. I'll talk to y'all later. We're going to leave it right here. It's Friday. Have a wonderful Friday. Thank you for sitting in with me. I appreciate you to the max. All right. Manners and respect to each and every one of you, even the disrespectful one. Them blessings upon each and every one of you. I am one of those people that send good vibrations to everybody, even to my enemies, because I bless them while them I try to curse me. That is why my blessings are mounting and piling and mounting and piling. I haven't always been perfect, but it's something that I've been working on over time, and I'm getting better and better at it. So blessings to each and every one of you, to you and yours. All right. One love, people. I'll walk good until we meet again. Stay tuned to the channel because I got quite a few videos coming up. Oh, and for those of you who live in the US, go check out the video about the new stimulus checks that I put up at 5 o'clock this morning. I uploaded a video this morning about the new stimulus checks. You're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. Last night when me and wifey went over it, she said, just like Kamala Harris said, she was like, we did it, Joe. We did it. Go and check out that new video about the new stimulus checks. And notice I said checks. All right. All the details are in it for you. And it was just published yesterday. The source is there, the details, who qualifies, who can get what, how much your household is going to be getting, how long you're going to be getting it for, all kind of something like that. Go check that out. And I'll catch you on the next video. Peace and blessings. I'm out.